Hello and welcome. Danielle here. Welcome to Community Distance Reiki. Happy Easter, Passover, and Ramadan. So grateful if you're here joining me today. I hope you're well wherever you happen to be in the world. If you have a moment, if you could please go ahead and like the stream, that'll help lots more folks find out about us. But yeah, happy Sunday evening for those of you who happen to be in the East Coast of the US. I'm nice and cozy here in Philadelphia, and I'm looking forward to some community distance Reiki. I hope you are too. So I'm going to go ahead and just bring the camera in a little bit. It's good to see you all. So go ahead, welcome. I know, intense vibes out there. We've got the full moon, that happened yesterday. We're coming close to a bit of a switching into Taurus season, which is actually my moon sign. And we've got a start of eclipse season right around the corner. So yeah, things are a little intense, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. So go ahead and use the chat as always to request any specific healing that you would like to have supported, and I will grab some crystals to reflect that in the crystal grid. If you have any specific crystals you want me to grab, if I have them, I'm more than happy to. Go ahead and give me a shot. So yeah, let me see what we have. And yes, lots of love in the chat already. So good to see so many returning folks. Definitely, if you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. And if you are watching this on the replay, hello from the past. You are guaranteed to have just as amazing a time whenever you happen to be watching this as you would have if you were live. But if you would like to be here live, I'm here 5 times a week. You can get all of those days and times in the description. You can also find information about online Reiki classes with me, as well as tarot readings, my social media, my crystal shop, and all the other goodies listed in the description. Additionally, after I build the grid, I will, at the end of the stream, I always go into the description and add the names of each crystal, just so if you're looking for them locally, you have the spelling so that you can more easily find them. So I'm going to go ahead and see what's going on in the chat. Hello, good to see you. Welcome in. If you have any specific healing, go ahead and pop that in the chat and I will grab some crystals to support you. I know we have some returning folks today, so I'm happy to grab your usual requests and get started. Hello, it's good to see you. I hope you are having a very wonderful holiday weekend. It was very boisterous and fun yesterday in my neighborhood, which I know I share with a few of the viewers here today. So nice to sit in the sun, and it was just the perfect temperature and the perfect day. And then today was just a little bit chillier, but still for me pretty darn perfect. So yeah, I'm very quiet today. So yesterday was all about the drums and the guitars in West Philly, all about the boisterous parties and the noise, and beautiful noise. And today, very, very quiet, very holiday-ish, very solemn and respectful. Oh, you can just go ahead and there's no silly questions. It's all good. Go ahead and just go into the chat, and just like you're typing now, just go ahead and if you have any specific things that you want attention given to, just type that into the chat and I will grab some crystals for you. And I see some here now. Gotcha. I will go ahead and grab some crystals for you, supporting that. Thank you for that, and sorry that sounds pretty tough. Let's go ahead and definitely, and it's anytime that there's holidays, it can be really, really rough. It can be rough. So yeah, any kind of family stuff. Any kind of family stuff. I know I have. Me too. I don't really have much family, so that I talk to. So yeah, I get it. Sorry about that, but you're in the right place. You're not alone here. You may be far away, but you're not alone. You're always welcome here. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to go ahead and just switch over the camera so that you can watch me build the crystal grid. Hey! Good to see you too. Yeah, absolutely. Wow. It's every time we come in here, and first of all, for those of you who are new and you haven't heard me talk about this, one of the concepts at play here in community distance Reiki is that of communal chi. Communal chi is a concept that is in many cultures, but specifically the one I'm speaking of comes from China. And the concept is that the more people come together with the same or similar intention, the greater the energy potential is magnified for everyone. So that's at play. So all of us building this grid together, we're actually taking that energy and making it, not only bringing it together in support of one another and each other, we're creating something to make that tangible. Uh, and additionally, we notice all the time that there's so many overlapping and very similar intentions that we may feel very alone in our pain, but at the same time, maybe we're not. Maybe there are some folks somewhere that are struggling with the same or similar things, which may or may not make us actually feel better, but at least we don't feel alone. Yeah, gotcha. So, welcome in. Yeah, absolutely. Welcome in, everyone. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and bring you over to the crystal grid. Aha, here we go. So far, for relationships, one of the great stones that we can work with is carnelian. Carnelian, this beautiful orange, it really does help us a lot with relationships. And this is in terms of even workplace environments, but also family, anything like that. So we've got that going for us. Good to see you, future someone. Gotcha. Okay. All those good things. So I'm going to get into the relationship, the different aspects there with some more crystals. I just want to grab this one here. Clarity, productivity, organization. Oh, absolutely. Let's get some labradorite on there. Labradorite is excellent for all of those things. Labradorite is excellent for kind of clearing the clutter of the mind, as well as organization and productivity for sure. So let's see. I build my grids very much intuitively. So we'll see where we go. Clearing blocks to help move forward, absolutely. Healing from past hurts, absolutely. Lots of commonalities here. So let's go into what I have. Definitely want to bring in some amethyst. Anytime that we have relationship stuff going on, especially with the current planetary alignments, some of the things that can happen, and this has come up in one of the recent community distance Reikis, uh, boundaries. Who owns what? Trying to make things better for someone else, or someone kind of showing up in our boundaries. Sometimes we can take responsibility for the happiness of others. Sometimes we keep going to try to make something happen. This amethyst is excellent for the same kind of serenity prayer concepts that we see. So, the idea that changing what we can, letting go of what we cannot change, and the wisdom to see the difference, amethyst can be really helpful with that. So, we'll bring in some amethyst too. Can be, and it can also, it brings a certain lightness and healing to the heart as well. Moving past fears for sure. We've got some red jasper, which is excellent for moving past fears, and also for finding grounding. which when we have a lot of family stuff, it can be ungrounding because that's supposed to be something that's foundational. And then when that foundation's not there, it can leave you feeling a little bit floating free. So this can help support that root chakra. Feel free to keep popping in there too. And I'm going to keep building. Okay. Letting go of expectations, absolutely. Feel really strongly to bring us to some yellow calcite. When we are struggling with relationships, sometimes we can, especially when they're foundational relationships, we can kind of take a hit to our solar plexus, which is the concept of that is our center of free will and our own identity. That can take a little bit of a hit, meaning that we may tend to think really low of ourselves. With yellow calcite, we can invite in a little bit more joy and pride in who we are and just exactly who we are, exactly how we are. So let's see. Neurocranial nerve, absolutely. And I have, for those of you who have been here before, I've been working with crystals since I was little. But at the same time, I'm always taking in perspective wherever I can get it. And lately, I've been working with a crystal author that I hadn't worked with previously named Cassandra Eason. So I've been trying to, every community distance Reiki, try to pick through Cassandra Eason's mind and see a little bit of what she would use and seeing how it would show up. So this is actually the book I'm working with now. It is the Complete Crystal Handbook by Cassandra Eason. So let's see what she would suggest for some of these things. If it's not outside the realm of what I use, I'd love to include it. See, that's right. We tried this before for the neurological system. She uses kyanite, and we tried that, and it actually felt really wonderful. I have some nerve stuff too, so let's try some blue kyanite. Blue kyanite is also really supportive of being proud of who we fundamentally are. It really complements the yellow calcite. Here we go. But it's also excellent for hearing divine wisdom, which anytime we're struggling, a lot of times our our spirit guides come close, but we're not necessarily in a place to truly hear them or understand what's going on. Blue kyanite can really help with that too. So helps with neurological stuff as well as connection to our spirit guides, being able to hear them and sense them. Wonderful. And more for leaving things behind, moving forward, healing our heart. Definitely for the heart healing that we need. Rhodonite and Rhodochrosite. Rhodochrosite is just an amazing balm for the heart chakra when we're hurting emotionally and we just need some pure, unadulterated, good stuff, some unconditional love type feelings. This is Rhodochrosite. Very different than Rhodonite, which I will show in a moment. Rhodonite is actually what I am wearing. We use it a lot here. It's a very common stone for community distance Reiki. I actually wear it as cremation jewelry. I have my cat's ashes in it, as you can see here. So yeah, it's wonderful for just moving through grief, but on the other side of grief, reconciling love and loving again. So I use it a lot with relationships where it's anytime that we feel we've had pain in a relationship and it's hard for us to go back and open our hearts up to feel love and support again, this can help us to heal that. Okay. And Rhodochrosite, where can we put you? We'll put you here, right here. Put that with the amethyst. Wonderful. Physical healing for body aches and pains, absolutely. Yeah, childhood trauma is no joke. Yep, I'm on that bus for sure. I think a lot of us are, to be perfectly honest, and the holidays bring it up like nothing else. Celestite, we're going to bring up, it's another favorite of ours here. Celestite is excellent for physical pain, but also for bringing our angels close and allowing us to sense that connection with our angels. And angels, they don't have those problematic relationships with us. So it's a much more joyful, light, non-judgmental kind of love, but excellent for physical pain as well. We'll put some small pieces in front of our Carnelian. One of my favorite stones for pain. Go. Additionally, I'm going to go ahead and bring out some Rutilated Quartz, another favorite here. You felt strong energy when I added blue kyanite and rhodochrosite. That's pretty much a sign that those are really resonating with you for sure. Yeah. And a lot of times, just whether we see a stone or think of the name or read about it, a lot of times we can get the healing from that. There's a lot of times where I might want to work with a particular stone and I either don't have it or I don't want to procure it. It might be from a place where the mining is especially bad. I mean, no mining is good for the environment, but where the people are treated exponentially poorly, or there's some other reason that I don't want to obtain it. And so I may use clear quartz in place of it and just sort of meditate on the energy of that stone, and it's palpable for me. So yeah, it's not surprising that you're feeling the energy of the stones that are kind of coming to you in that way. This is Rutilated Quartz. These streaks or rutils that we can kind of see in there, and here in this one we can see a lot more of them. They can be silvery, they can be silvery, they can be gold. Basically, those rutils help to direct the energy exactly where it needs to go. It helps to give us some energy, give us an energetic charge. It helps to balance the mind, especially the mind-body connection. But yeah, it really does a great job at helping just bring the healing exactly to the places within our mind, body, spirit that most need it. Yeah, and we can, and same thing, anytime anyone asks me, oh, well, I have X, Y, and Z going on, what's a good crystal for this? And it's, you know, well, if you're going to a crystal store, the one that you are most attracted to, either visually or by the sound of the name or by touching it, whatever kind of clicks in first is usually the perfect one. And I mean, our intuition, it's usually on point for sure. So let's see who else and how else. Let's see. I have one other question to see how she would work with this. So last call for requests, and then we'll get into the Reiki and the sending. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's it. I was thinking about this and I thought, speaking of which, I'm just getting that same inkling that this is a stone that wants to come out, and I couldn't quite figure out quite why. And it is definitely known, according to Cassandra Eason, to help with parent-child relationship stuff. And that is Unichite. So I'm going to bring some of that. So now I'm going to pick an option for the center stone. And I will let all of you who are here go ahead and pick which of those two stones will be the center stone. Before I do that, Unichite, like I said, excellent for parent-child type relationships. But also it's wonderful just for heart energy in general. It's an excellent stone that I use when folks want to do work around healing the inner child, like healing the childhood trauma wounds. Unichite can really lighten that load for us. Okay, cool. Wonderful. So we're almost done. Let me go pick out a couple of stones for the center. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce you all to two stones, and I want you all to think about which one you would prefer to see in the center of the grid while we do this work, and vote on it while I explain what Reiki is to those who've never experienced it before. So one is trusty old favorite, rose quartz. Rose quartz is excellent for unconditional love, everything we would think about with the heart chakra, and just comforting. Comforting when we're having tough times, struggles, rough day. Just the ultimate emotional elixir. It's there's a reason it's so darn popular. And this is actually a stone that even jewelers and gemologists that I've worked with have had a really difficult time identifying. It's at least partially uh, pink kunzite and partially lepidolite. But this particular pink stone has a little bit of everything going on. It tends to be, from what I've experienced, wonderful for all things with the heart chakra as well. So yeah, a little bit of pink kunzite and a little bit of lepidolite. Lepidolite is excellent for mental healing. In fact, lepidolite actually has the medication that's used in mental health, lithium in it naturally. And kunzite is just, it's like a kind of like rose quartz but turned up a notch. It helps connect the heart and the third eye so that we can feel more connected to universal love. So this is a bit of a mixture stone, so you can just say the mixture stone if you're voting for that, or rose quartz if you're voting for rose quartz. And you're saying number 2. Okay, so we've got one for 2. So go ahead and vote in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and explain a little bit of what Reiki is, and then we'll go ahead and we'll pop back to the grid. So again, I'm Danielle Stimpson, and I've been teaching Reiki for about 13 years, particularly the Usui style of Reiki. And Reiki translates to spiritually guided life energy. This is a concept that comes from the concept that all things are made of energy and we're all interconnected. I have my own energy, you have yours, the crystals have theirs. Everything has its own energies that they are made of, and there are other energies around us, one of which is this spiritually guided energy that helps, just basically it's like unadulterated good. Our body, mind, and spirit work with this energy on a regular basis, all the time. It's already flowing through us. We're already on a very subtle level in our culture aware of it, maybe not consciously, but our body, mind, and spirit are very much aware of it. As this energy flows through all things, we all have access to it, even if we don't consciously notice it or even acknowledge that we're energetic beings. The Reiki energy, because it's that pure, unadulterated good, our body, mind, and spirit can take this energy and help to support the ultimate balance, repair, restoration, renewal that we need and crave on all of the different levels, just without us having to consciously be aware of it or directing it. Although it can be really helpful to set any kind of healing intention, just speaks to the universe about what we're looking to work on. Where our intentions go, the energy will absolutely flow. Working with Reiki energy is something that has existed for thousands of years. Usui style is only about 100 years old. However, styles and methods and techniques and cultural ideas behind it go back to the beginning of human history. With this particular style, the concept is that I'll be connecting with this energy that's already connecting all of us anyway, and directing more of it to you to support your greatest healing good, to support any specific intentions you've made, either in the chat aloud or just thinking about it at any point in time during your receipt of Reiki healing. You can just bring your intention for healing up to your mind and let it go, and the universe will hear it, even if you're watching this in the future. As it supports our body, mind, and spirit as it is right now, every session will feel a little bit different. Even if you re-watch this particular session again in the future, it will kind of land with you a little bit differently, just because we're at a different place needing different things at that time. As I said, there's been practices of working with this energy as far back as we have written records, and I'm sure far before that. There are also techniques that include sending this energy over great distances that date back at least thousands of years as well. because this energy connects and unites us all, I'm able to share more of it with you regardless of where you happen to be in the world, or even when you happen to be in comparison to where I'm sitting. So all you need to do is have an open heart and mind and simply relax and allow the energy to arrive and support you in the best possible way. You don't need to do anything. I suggest that you just get comfortable, laying down, sitting up, moving around, stretching as needed. Whatever feels right to you sounds great. You can close your eyes. You may even feel like you're falling asleep or fall asleep. Awesome. Rest is incredibly healing. Also, we know that during things like Reiki and certain types of meditation, we know that the theta brainwaves in the brain actually do increase, and that's actually very close to what happens when we're in deep states of sleep. So you may experience some dreamlike imagery or some dreamlike auditory stuff. Awesome, experience it, let it flow. You don't have to keep a silent mind, and you don't have to focus on anything. Although you can if you want to. You can combine this with your meditation practice, your yoga practice, painting, drumming, whatever you want to do. This time is all about you. And so go ahead and just follow what feels right for you in this half hour. At the end of the half hour, you'll hear my voice come back in, welcome you to take a deep breath and check in with your body, and ask any questions that you might have using the chat. I'll be more than happy to support you with those. If you're watching this in the future, or if you think of a question later, go ahead and leave it in the comments or use the social media connections that are listed in the description, and I'll do my best to shed some light on it. During the actual sending, you'll be able to see the crystals on the screen, and I will sit back and simply be sending. Enjoy the beautiful music. The creator of this music, I was able to support another content creator on YouTube in purchasing the ability to play this music for you. Her information is in the description, so go check out her channel as well if you find that you enjoy the tunes. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and see what you all decided for the center of our grid. So, okay, what do we have? Oh, it looks pretty clear, mixture stone. Awesome, okay. Sweet. Yeah, so it looks to be lepidolite and kunzite, we think. There we go. Oh, I love it. Thank you so much, all of you. I think that we are ready to go ahead and get started. Thank you all so much for being here. It's an honor and a pleasure. Again, if you have a moment, go ahead and like the stream. But other than that, get cozy. If you fall asleep, it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and turn down the volume on my microphone, get ready to send you some beautiful healing energy. This time is all about you. It's an honor to share this healing energy with all of you this evening. I wish all of you a beautiful session, and I will be back in about a half an hour. invite you now to take a deep breath. Check in with your body. See if it would be helpful to move, stretch, or bend. Thank you so much for being here with me today. It's an honor and a privilege to share this healing with all of you. And if you have any questions whatsoever or anything you'd like to share, go right ahead and use the chat. If you're here live, if you're watching this in the future, go ahead and use the comments or reach out to me on social media. All of that is linked in the description. There's also a free community Discord. The link is in the description for that as well. Oh, thank you. Yeah, lots of love to you too. Oh, okay. Oh, good to see you, Grace. Oh, will do. I didn't see that. We'll get right back to you. Wonderful to see you. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm well too. Yeah, I had a really wonderful weekend. Productive and relaxing. You're so welcome. I'm here 5 times a week. You're always welcome here. And every Sunday, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern US time. I'm also here Wednesdays at 4 p.m., Thursdays at 8 a.m., Fridays at both 4 and 8 p.m., and of course Sundays at 8 p.m. All of this is East Coast US time, and it is the spring, so currently we are in Eastern Daylight Time, which is GMT-4. Oh, of course. Yeah, you're welcome. Come back anytime. And absolutely, all of you, thank you for being here. It's absolutely a collaborative healing. So thank you for holding space for yourself, which in turn helps hold space for everyone else. You're so welcome. I always keep, if ever you want to revisit this healing, it will be in the past live streams category on my channel. You can go ahead and subscribe if you like. You can subscribe with notifications if you want to get notified when I go live. But you can always rewatch a particular day or time. And I always put the image of the grid that we've created together as part of the thumbnail image so you can easily search for it. You're so welcome. You're so, so welcome. It's good to see you in here too. I hope you're healing well. Lots of love and healing from Philadelphia to all of you everywhere in the world. Yes, and we had what appears to be Lepidolite and my goodness, you could tell I've got like Reiki brain. Kunzite. We've got Rhodonite and Rhodochrosite, Unichite, red jasper, blue Kyanite, Celestite, yellow Calcite, labradorite, Amethyst, Carnelian, and Rutilated Quartz. Nope, didn't leave anybody out. Thank you all so, so much. I'll be active in the chat for a little while longer if you need a few minutes to ask a question. Like I said, there's information about my online Reiki classes, live online Reiki classes with me, as well as my social media, free online community Discord, my crystal shop, all that good stuff in the description below, as well as my regular schedule for going live. And thank you all so, so much for being here with me today. If you happen to be celebrating, happy Easter, Passover, or Ramadan, or any of those, for especially those of you here in the States with me who might be of more than one background. And I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Take care, be well, and remember to take care of yourself. Bye for now.